Welcome back to my Empires recap, week 26. What has happened this Christmas season? Let's find out. Looking through the new ice cave he helped build, Sausage would make a deal with Cleo, stating if he is never able to return to Hermitcraft for whatever reason, she would inherit the castle in his will. Yet, before that is even a question, Cobb has left something for him here. His secret Santa. What would be included is a kaleidoscope, an enchanted pair of shears, a lodestone, and some redstone. Actually, inside the present would be a firework display of a variety of colours, but something would also glow just as bright. Jimmy's house, as he and Scar decide to burn it like the good old days. Oh, the nostalgia. Needing some magic for a new build at Pearls, realises that the rift has been shrinking. Potentially he should tell others about this. Empire is having the most powerful version of his staff. It would be able to conjure up its own magic instead of extracting from terrain. How environmentally friendly. Wanting to stay in contact with Pearl when he has to go back, experiments with their heads and some essence to make an AI which allows interdimensional communication between them. Sonny is indestructible. Having built himself a suite in Scar's hotel, Scott had heard about the Secret Santa and wanted to participate. Getting Joel ponders what to get him and finals on a scavenger hunt, starting at his Christmas house, then the UFO, Scarland, and then finally the rift where his gift of coal and raw gold would be. Going back home, sees Jem there as well. Why is she here? She just wants his head and is willing for Scott's request of a second for Cleo. Agreeing to see her headroom, gets his place in a special place inside of a cage before being shown the rest of her base while trying to steal the shiny decoration. Giving Jimmy a tour of his own base, reveals that he's been given his own room in the hotel, and if you are willing to pay the 4 diamond a night price tag, you can stay whenever you want. To end off the episode, gets himself an enchanted bow so he'll be able to threaten people, and in the meanwhile, Chromia will be doing just fine. While on stream, Joel gets unwillingly married to Ollie under the mistletoe and having 2 children of Mandy Main and Rat Rock before being killed several times for fun when just wanting his own head. Mourning his new children another day, sees his Secret Santa getting lost at points trying to find where the next clue would be and his gift, but with his final gift not being by the rift where it was expected to be, he starts questioning on where it could be. Later would it be revealed that Green had opened it earlier as it was in his base after all. Learning what was inside it, he only cared of receiving the raw gold. While still having the time to do so, builds a less pathetic Christmas tree in the village while asking others if they want to decorate it. Decorating it himself with some lights, Sausage comes to help with some balls while Joel makes some of his own as well. Knowing of the shrinking portal, goes through for his son Hermes and for his base he missed so much, not wanting to wait another minute before continuing to build the place. Pixelriff, confused by the spawn dragon, talking with the man who put it there, later would go to set up space, being offered to earn as advancement, which is obviously obliged. Following said is led to 2 saddled pigs on fence posts, being given a lead and is told what the challenge is about. Said wants to accomplish the longest pig running chain ever. 2 would be enough, so many poor pigs and people would be needed. Hopefully they can get 10. Getting some prismarine for the pool, returns back to Zed, who had made an obstacle course. Naming his pig Pixelriff, tries out the course with Zed, which went well before his pig setting alight on the final obstacle and becoming cooked chop. After would be Pixel's diving board, which goes even better than the last trial, with there being no casualties involved, but they still would need to prepare for failure. Having gathered people for this experiment, introducing them what to do, the diving board doesn't go as hoped, having a capacity of only 2 pigs to hang at a time. Meanwhile, Zed's horizontal course runs much more successfully, even if there are still a few casualties along the way. Having helped complete the challenge in its entirety, in all its pain and glory, Pix is able to lay down the official pulled pork trophy in its place. Having looked through the armor stands by the slate, it is revealed Jimmy got Ollie for him for the Secret Santa, being given the best present you could ever ask for, some music. 2 discs in fact, but unfortunately the first was copyrighted. At least we've still got the Sheriff remix of this real Slim Shady though.
He's Jim Sheriff, yes, he's the real sheriff. All your other
Oh my gosh.
So all the real sheriff, please stand up.
Stand.
Please stand up.
Stand.
Please stand up.
Stand.
He's the Jim Sheriff, yes, he's the real sheriff. All your other Jim Sheriff.
More music will be done with Ollie as well as Sausage around the campfire, where Missing Mumbo is a hit.
This song is about Mumbo.
Number 5. alive. Mama, I love you. Mama, please come home to us. We miss you, Mama. Don't ride your bicycle and get over in Harvard. Please, it's not safe. It's cold out there. And there's black ice. It's dangerous on the roads on your bike. Oh, Mama. It's cold out there, Mama. Where are you, Mama? Come home to us, Mama. Your base is waiting, and so is Grumbot. He went evil.
Later learning about the shrinking portal, has to leave in all of his stuff here before going through. And well, unfortunately for him, back on Empires, he's still toy-sized. Suppose he got a little too comfortable on Hermitcraft. Invited by second wood papa, Corellis, to his pretty junkyard base, it is revealed to have done the wood farm on the sausages base. Wanting to go see it, is able to use his staff to get there. Being shown a machine, is able to see it, and loves the makeshift sanctuary buildings around it, but also being shown how to use it, as this may be the last time they'll meet each other. Later meeting Pearl, is able to show his new house at her base, while also their AI child, which she's understandably did not expect. It being the smartest AI in the realm, it allows them to communicate as long as you oil it every other Wednesday. But knowing the rate of the shrinking rift, he would have 3 days left him max. Around a campfire with many people from both servers, is warned by Grian that the rift is only 1 by 1 big, so everyone eventually puts their stuff away to leave. But before Sausage was able to, he's comforted by Pearl while overwhelmed in a corner, giving all of his valuables to her, even his air sausages, is told to go by Grian. But before he leaves, we go back about 1,000+ years in the past. We would be near the end of Empires Season 1, everyone in a panic to an explosion, Fwit being the cause and dead, but is still able to return to the Circle of Gem. Returning to Mythland, it is covered in bloodshoot, swarming the summoning circle, goes to Bubble for its vice. She will go to the spirit realm for now. He will always love and find her again. Her leaving, Sausage goes to Pearl, where her base is on fire, both taking refuge in a tower of hers for it to all calm down. But she herself would set alight and begin to wither away. She and her kingdom are connected. Whip's explosion must have caused a reaction with hers, which would be why she isn't also able to heal as well. Trying to heal her with his own magic, it isn't enough, and she dies right in front of his eyes. He failed her. Going back to where it all started in the summoning circle, he would have never had any involvement himself in magic, and never would have done anything to hurt anyone for one last sacrifice. This would include a gem crystal, his entire book of spells, and the death of 2 blood sheep. The platform he was on would explode. Exiting a portal, he had made it, supposedly alive, in the Bubbles meeting room. Now he has to reverse space, time itself, until he accomplishes a world where Pearl doesn't wither away in his arms, and where everyone is safe. But those days turn to weeks, turn to months, turn to years, and it always had the same result. It can never be fixed. She can never be saved, like an absolute point in reality. Now an old man on his last breath, Sausage sees her again. Come, it's time to leave, and it's time to go relax. Eventually being taken back to the spirit realm once more. Peace at last. In the afterlife, he finds it beautiful, being able to be rejuvenated and dashing. She will be able to take him to a place where he'll forget all of this, while being able to meet his friends as well. Just go through the door to a life you will enjoy. Us being introduced to Afterlife, Sausage is able to return to tell his stories there to Pearl, which she would already know, having watched it on the TV. Being tucked into bed until the next show comes on, we are introduced to Empires Season 2. Them meeting around a campfire before being transported back to our present day. Having to go through the rift, he loves them so much before returning to what he thought would be Empires, but it's somewhere else he's been before, which he isn't too delighted about. Trouble would still be in confusion of having gone through the rift, missing her hat. Maybe an ender pearl can help her out, but dying does a job for her. Respawning in a shopping district. To be met by Scar, she's given stuff like rockets, elytra, and some cookies for her to get started, while also hearing about a theme park. There's so so much to explore. Being shown where the village is, becomes sausage sorcerer before making a little spot for her house to go, being built with mangrove and spruce wood with some streamlights. She likes it here, as all of her problems will be gone, like the fog and the academy, but even when the war and the rift is closing by Ollie, still goes with him to it to return back to Empires, as she doesn't want it to close without her. While back on Empires, Tortoise is back as well. While flying there, lands nearby a village where there's a wanted poster of her for 100 million euros. Uh-oh. Thank you for watching my Empires Season 2 recap. Make sure to like and subscribe for the bell so you never miss a recap. Maybe even leave a comment as well. Goodbye.